And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the draw, this is Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Saquon Barkley. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. The Redskins have Greg Stroman back deep. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Washington. Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 11. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson there to make the grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready. 50, plant.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after
Hey, wahoo! Let's go.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton 72 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. They'll run with Geis. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
59.
On 2nd and 11 now. Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 41 yards. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Haskins on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. 90, Wolf. Hey, Echo. Get it.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And Tate's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Here we go. 15, Ronnie. 59. Five.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. He's going to float. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off at the 18. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. Hey, Delta.
Pick your game up.
Be driven.
On first down, Jones. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On first and 10, Jones stepping up. He's going to keep it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready? 10-2 stop.
Squeeze, double.
Snap.
To throw again on second down. Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Darius Slayton. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
Down.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Jones now operating from the gun. He may try to run for this. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Flush to his run. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Jones in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Ready, set.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Ready.
From the gun, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Haskins will throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Redskins.
This is Geis. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Geis showing he's going to be an important part of this Redskin backfield as he's in there again for first down. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and now it's second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Let's go. 18 data. Watch the curve.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On second down, Love. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today...
And he's into the clear. The 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. 75 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Rosas good with the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Geis. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And some room to run now. And this will get them all the way inside the Giants' 10. A huge play there for Washington. 51 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the ground, it's Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Second down, Haskins. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Haskins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground, all nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. With his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Jones, Montez Sweat. Who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Barkley, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 18-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Haskins going to try to throw it, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Haskins to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now it's Tate. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Ready.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, high 7.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. 56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. All day, all day.
Hey, orbit.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Alec Ogletree in on the stop. Here we go with Haskins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So a victory here. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?